Hello in
Hello.
our TED Talk class. Today's topic is something about rejections, and we have a volunteer to retold us the gist of the story from the video. It's Leila. Leila, please.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, a really great friend. Okay. So I watched the video. It's about his fear of rejection. But to tell you the truth, I don't understand why he is really afraid of being rejected. Because it happens to a lot of people in this world, you know. The only thing is that he has the 100-day experience. And at the end, he decided that the magic word was why. And he tried to overcome his fear. And at last, after these days, he managed to overcome his fear. Is it okay?
Yes, it's fine. It's perfect. Anyone else? Any points would you like to add?
I'll add basically that it's fear of rejection. You have to understand why people fear rejection. People fear asking for something and getting embarrassed. Like when you ask a girl, pretty girl, for a date, you're not afraid of the girl, but you're afraid of her embarrassing you by saying, "Ew, I wouldn't go out with you." So many people in the world, especially young people, fear rejection because of the embarrassment and the loss of self-esteem. So that was his problem. Being a Chinese person, Chinese culture in particular, are deathly afraid of losing face and embarrassing themselves in public. So he particularly had this problem. So his solution was to, by God, I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to fight this fear and conquer it. So he discussed his method of doing that.
Okay, yes. So, but why we have this fear? And I think it's not about culture. I think it's about humankind, because I can see it in very young child. When they don't want to be rejected, they ask someone else to ask you, not a direct contact and so on. So why we have this fear? Do we need it evolutionary? Gerard, please.
Because I think human beings need to live in a society with other people, and they have the need to be accepted by the others. So when they are rejected, it's that they feel embarrassed and they don't feel well. They get disappointed, and they don't want to tackle this situation.
So it's our social genome, right? Or
right. Genome.
Leila, please.
I think the fear is because of our feeling afraid of losing our self-esteem, as Lee has taught before. That's what I'm thinking.
Diana?
Well, actually, I think that this is, I agree with Gerard on that. And it roots, in history when we were, when we lived together in the bigger groups, and, in the time when people were gatherers and hunters. So actually, I read in one article that at that time, at that point in history, rejection meant that you were thrown out of the group. Yeah, and actually that meant death. So the situation was very, very difficult for the person who was alone, yeah, who was left out of the group. That is why, so now we also feel that rejection is something really, really serious, because it can cause some, not just difficulties, not just embarrassment, but something more serious, and it is imprinted in our nature. So it is connected with our genome or whatever, whatever it is called.
Okay, so just human beings do that.
Human nature, probably. Yeah.
Human nature have this feature. Even if you asking for coffee, you afraid of being ousted from the society.
By the way, I have that question. Yeah, what's the difference between rejection and refusal? Is that different, or it's just like synonyms and almost the same? Teacher Lee, actually, this is the question to you.
Yes, let me stop you, Diana, because it's question about the English words. We have an expert.
Oh my goodness, yes, that's why I wanted to ask Teacher Lee about that.
About ostracize?
No, about the difference between refusal and rejection, if there is any.
Refusal is usually you refuse to cooperate or do something for someone. Will you do this? No, I refuse.
So actually it's like saying no to someone, right?
Right, refuse is to say no. Reject is a little bit stronger and more broad.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that is why, Ivan, you were talking about refusal, not rejection, because refusal, just saying no to someone, is what people do like every day. Yeah. Of course, some people are not that comfortable with this, and some people are doing it more freely, but it is different than rejection. Rejection is more serious. It's just, being thrown out of the group. Or how to pronounce that? Ostracization. What is that? Ostracization.
I'm not sure about the noun. The verb is ostracize.
Ostracize.
You can be ostracized from a group, from a clique, from society.
Thrown out, actually, yeah.
In China, they have something called, you may have heard, leftover women. They have been ostracized from society. They're not even recognized as human. They're pitied as being lower than animals because they're already 27 and they're not married yet. My God.
Let's don't go there.
That's wise of you.
Leila, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say, in fact, asked Lee. He refused to do it. He rejected with ing. He used, he rejected coming with me.
He refused to go, no?
Refused to do something. I know that. But what about reject? When we want to use a verb. He rejected coming
something.
With me. You were right. What did you say? Not the action?
So if rejection is so strong word, why the speaker used it all the time? Because he was not speaking about, I don't know, marriage. He was speaking about borrow some money or something like that. Is it a double speak or something?
It's very subtle difference. They refuse to do what he wants, so they reject his request. We refuse to take an action. We reject a thing, an idea, a gift. So if he asks them to do something for him, they can refuse to do it. They can reject his request. So they're similar but different.
Okay. I think it will be good to work on that after the class. So, Sergey, any something what you like to add about this video?
I think that unfortunately I don't have English level enough for this video, but I think that good idea from this video that if you have one rejection about something, after that you you ask about why your opponent have embracing and you have new opportunity for discussing these people.
Yes, definitely a good idea.
Yes.
Gerard, please.
I think the word reject or rejecting is a little bit exaggerated by the speaker, because if someone say no about something, is not like a rejection.
Yeah.
It's like it's too strong, I think, the meaning of rejection. But I think he wanted to exaggerate a little bit to explain his idea.
Okay, Diana?
I think that he was talking about rejection because he referred to his feeling of that 6-year-old, because he felt pretty much the same as he did when he was a little child and he was, left out. He did not receive the compliments that other kids did. So actually, I think that he was emphasizing that rejection because the feeling was the same. So.
Okay. It's good that you mentioned this scene with children. I still remember it. Vasans, do you have some scene in your children, in your childhood?
Yes, I have one incident. It's about stage fear. So I was supposed to memorize and tell some verses from the Holy Bible, and I was dumbfounded and I could not speak a word at that time, and everybody laughed at me. That was and they just let me go without performing. So that was the first rejection.
Yes. But is it rejection?
Maybe I don't know, but I didn't just let it go. I did that again, and I performed more stage performances after that, and maybe that might be one of the reasons for this.
Gerard, please.
I think rejection, I would say, I talk about rejection when I expect someone to say yes, or when I expect something, when I had a great expectation about something, because if it doesn't matter to me, for instance, if I ask a random girl, okay, do you want to go in a date with me? And she says, no, okay, it doesn't matter. But if I'm in love of this girl and I have big expectations, that I would feel rejected.
Teacher, can we confirm or deny that?
Like I say, they're interrelated. Refusal and rejection are interrelated. Now, if you're refused, you may interpret it as rejection. But sometimes it's not personal. If it's personal, it's kind of rejection. But if I ask you to give me $10 and I'm a stranger, you're going to say no. You're going to refuse. You're not rejecting me. You're just refusing to give $10 to a stranger. Now, if you look at me and say, I wouldn't give $10 to you, now I'm making it personal. I'm rejecting you because I don't like your look. I don't like your attitude. So rejection is more personal and refusal is more neutral, or you refuse a thing. I mean, you reject a thing or refuse to do an action for someone. It could be, you may interpret things as rejection when really they're just a simple refusal. So it's kind of subtle sometimes. It depends on the context.
Okay. So I think I start to understand that. It means that everyone understand it long time ago. So
no, that's fine. That's fine. Actually, I know that this is subtle. Yeah, but I think that actually rejection. This is how you perceive. Yes, how you see the situation from within. So somebody can say no and you feel nothing, if this person does not mean anything to you, if it's a total stranger. But if your sister says no to you, that's a big deal, you know, just you feel rejected, you feel really, really bad. You start thinking about it constantly, concentrating on that, you know, trying to find the reasons why she said or he said that or that. So, you know, it's just your inner thing.
Okay. So I think we solved that case about refusal and rejection. It's clear. Lynn, am I right? Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Would you like to add something about video, not about refusal and rejection, something new?
Others have already made the points.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say that his narrative was very good.
Mm-hmm.
His talk was very interesting.
Okay, so this his action about hardening himself, tempering himself, make a good thing with him. At least he can deliver good speeches.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the questions. We have a lot of questions and we need to choose one. So let's do it this way. Leila, do you see the list of the questions?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can
I
you
think-
choose one and read it?
I have found Ivan's question. Do you remember some events when you were rejected in your childhood? Ivan, will you please answer?
So the answer is yes. I can see it.
Yes, but I'm deciding how many details should I reveal. Well, yes, it was a usual thing for me, and that's why I'm got some habits about that. Got used to. So now it's easy for me, and I don't think it's so important for me. Don't think that I so afraid, so scared by these things. But the experience was not pleasant. But when I listened to speaker about his experience with 6 years old boy, if I'm right, it's not a good thing to do, I think.
I agree, right?
Anyone else? So if you want to speak, if you want to answer the questions, just write T in the chat or something, and we will see that. So I will not ask everyone. Leila, please.
In my childhood, I was just rejected. Sometimes I can say how to deal with rejection is an important issue for me because rejection happens to us in so many ways. But I keep remembering this at this age, not when I was a child. Rejection can be an instrument for learning and growth. This is my yoga teacher told us. I wrote it and put it on my notice board. And to tell you the truth, as a teacher, Diane knows that as well. We should not let our children feel this feeling. I mean, when children are concerned, rejection is a kind of punishment. Am I right, Diane?
Yes, I agree with you. Yeah. So sometimes it is, but sometimes it is hard. You know, you can actually witness the rejection from of some kids in the group. So, and well, it is, for me, it is hard to deal with it. I don't know. You cannot make people accept the child. Yeah, you cannot make the group to accept the child. You can help them to understand that it is not good feeling, and just make them to how to say that? Oh my goodness.
Maybe understand, make them understand. Maybe.
Yeah.
But the speaker's example was very good because I understand the teacher can't predict that. So he did just a usual thing, just a good thing in his opinion. Let's each one do compliments to each other, and now it's going wrong. How to prevent that? I was thinking about it, and I don't know the way. Gerard, please.
during my childhood, I have some experience similar. I was somehow being rejected, but I wouldn't say that. It was when two captains have to choose people to play with them to play soccer. So I didn't like a sport. I was the last. I know the last from the group of the last, to be chosen. So but I accepted.
Did you cry? No.
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 Not on the street.
Yes.
I was aware that I was a lousy player, so.
Okay.
But there is strange coincidence, Gerard. Now we know you as a sportsman. Is it coincidence or not?
I changed a lot in this regard.
Okay. Diana, please choose any questions which you like.
Okay, just a moment. How about that one from Thane Lin? Would you be interested and comfortable to repeat the project for a few days?
Layla?
Ask for $100 from a stranger.
I can't manage that. I start crying, and then everybody, just starting, just start helping me, and they can't reject anything.
Yeah. So you can get rich, just ask for $100 and start crying, just,
Tears help me a lot, especially for the person,
Layla, but it is an idea. It is an idea of overcoming it. You saying, no, I can't, but then you do, and you can.
No, Ivan, I can't do it when I am concerned, but for other people, I may. I'm not sure. It is a kind of thing that I don't know, it is due to my culture, we don't do that a lot. For example, we don't ask strangers to give us money,
Why?
I can ask a friend, but not a stranger. How could you do that, Ivan?
Yes.
Come on, Ivan.
I can do anything,
You are teasing me,
Well, actually, I did it many times when I need some money for a bus. It's not a problem. Give me it happened last week. I need a small coin for some machine, and I asked it stranger, and he gave me. So it's not a problem. But my son was impressed. Yes, he asked me why. How?
Good example for the son. Okay.
Vasans, what about you? How you going to answer to this question? He's not here. Sergey, what about you?
Okay.
Okay. Vasans, go on.
So actually, I have no idea about the word project. Everything is project. Explain.
Yes, it's tricky, and they count you. So the project is going to get rejection each day for 100 days. So you modulate, you make the situation when you get rejected.
Yes. Actually, I have already told you about that incident. So I persuaded towards the stage performance, and I continue to perform until I get the confidence to do it perfectly. Finally, I get it.
Well, it's actually a little different situation. So you need to do, so the speaker told us what his project was. So each and every day he did something different. So for the first day, he went up to the stranger and asked for just to give him $100. Yeah. So next day he went to I don't know, to some cafe and asked for a burger or something to how to say that, to refill the burger or something like that. So that
nice one.
Yeah,
I'm going to repeat that in local cafe.
Cool, cool.
Definitely.
Just do that, and we need some evidence. You know, we need the video from you probably.
Okay.
And next time he did, he asked for donuts in the shape of the Olympic rings, you know, like five donuts connected in these Olympic rings, you know, and people actually, he got it from someone. It was not the rejection, and he said that it was the touching experience for him, and very, very funny. Yeah. So each and every day you need to create the situation when you will be rejected. And after 100 days, you're supposed to be a superhero, you know, so you won't be afraid of any rejections anymore. So,
Yeah,
but I think I
the
would
difference in general that you make the situation, not the circumstances. So, Vasants, are you going to make the situation when you will be definitely rejected?
No.
Gerard, please.
I think actually this 100 days experience, that wasn't rejection at all, because he didn't care about all those strange things. It wasn't real rejection, because when you ask something and you don't expect a yes, that's not rejection. Rejection is when you expect to be accepted. When you proposal, you are expecting yes. So in that case, it was only as an experiment, but it wasn't a real rejection.
It's a good point, but as teacher Lee mentioned, it's about his culture. He described his feelings like I was sweet and I was afraid. It was very long way for me. So it's kind of overcoming for me. So not for you, not for something else, but for him it was a big deal. Sergey, what about you? On your training, on your work, do they do that for you?
Do what?
Make the situation when you have to go to the street and ask for money or something like that.
I have a lot of situations with rejections in
Louder, please.
And
No. I almost know.
Far away. Closer to the mic, please. The sound is strange.
Okay, fix it, and we ask Lynn for that. Lynn, are you like this therapy? Would you like to do that?
I would prefer not to do that. If I am asked to do the project, I will start from small things. Numbers were too weird. I want to ask for $100 from a stranger. That's a big amount of money. I will start from small things.
But it can make you stronger. So still no. Okay. Sergey, let's try again. Sergey? Still problems. Okay, Lynn, please choose any question what you like from the list, if you see it.
It's your second question. Why mentioning the doubts that people have is helpful?
And I cannot answer, so we need someone else.
Why cannot you answer?
Because I don't know. I got this point from the video, but I don't know how exactly it works. Nobody knows.
Do you remember the situation that he described?
Yes. It was about Starbucks greetings.
Starbucks greeting. So actually, he said that as soon as he mentioned this weirdness, right? So the manager relaxed, and realized that he was not a weirdo who just, came in and decided, there are a lot of crazy people around. Yes, that's true. So, and when the person realizes that his offer, whatever, his request may sound weird, then probably he's not crazy after all. So that's why the manager relaxed. So when you express the doubt that a person may have, when you mirror his train of thoughts or whatever it is, so it actually helps the person to agree with you. It's like, like mirroring the action. This is like the trick, the psychological trick, they say. When you want a person to feel at ease with you, they say that you should mirror his expressions, his gestures, and after a while you are getting into this, like you synchronize with the other person, which makes it easier for him to agree with you. So probably it's working on the same level. When you express the manager's fear, when he expressed the manager's fear, that helped him to receive that yes from him.
So it's kind of building a relation, right?
That's right.
Okay, and short remark, Vasant, you are writing in the wrong chat. I don't know how you do that, but it's true. Please fix it. Sergey, let's try one more time. Sergey? We never know this version. We will never know this version. Okay, so we finished with this question or anything else? Okay, another example of planting the flower is, I like it too. And I like to build the situation, to make the situation when people feel weird. It's good, I think. It's good in humor sense. Because when everyone's thinking, is that guy health or not? it's good. So, Vasant, please select some questions. Choose some questions from our list.
Okay. Actually, I wanted to choose Leela's third question because I was a little bit confused. Could you please explain us, Leela, to reject an idea, invitation, somebody, etc. changes from culture to culture. Agree or disagree?
Leila, talk. Ivan? What? You didn't say Leila.
Leila, please.
No, I think Vasant wanted you to explain what you meant by this question.
I know. So the thing is that in my culture, just rejection is not considered as a kind behavior or attitude, especially in the past. For example, if you consider me, I used to say, okay, of course, sure, but suddenly I realized that this culture is not good because I started to have more responsibilities and doing a lot of extra work. And I thought about it a lot. For example, Ivan and my friends, believe me, you can have a fever and you're just in bed, but your telephone rings and your friends want to come. And if you reject them, then it was thought that you're rude. But nowadays, it is changing a bit. So that's why I just wanted you to answer this question. What about in your country? Because Lee also mentioned Chinese culture. So what about Spanish culture? What about Russian? For example, if I call you and say, Ivan, hey, I'm coming to stay with you and with your family in Russia, well, what do you say? How do you reject my, just offer?
Why I should reject?
How? I mean, what is your culture?
Okay, your question is clear. Let's answer it. Vasant, so Leila is going to visit you. How you reject?
No, I won't reject, because it is not a moral thing in India, especially when it comes to our culture. We never reject those kind of proposals.
Oh my goodness, that's good to know. I'm packing, Vasant.
Okay, Jiang, let's go.
I'll start packing. Let's go, Leila. Never,
Okay, my
you will
dear.
never reject us.
Yeah, but there is another point. There is another point. They not going to do what you're asking. They just not reject you. So, so in the answer mean less. Well, for me, it's always a torture when I see that, because as I understand the Russian culture, we kind of direct in that. So no mean no, yes mean yes. And when someone from other culture give me the answer like, yes, it's interesting, let's work on that on next week, it's mean no, but no one says so. And I always wait for a week and then ask again. So the week is done, let's go. And I'm getting the answer again, like, oh, I'm so busy just now, let's go do that again after, and so on. Endlessly. I cannot bear that.
That's right. So, but I think that it is also personal. Some people just cannot say no. It is very uncomfortable for them, right? They do not, they just, it's torture for them. And some people are fine, you know, to say no, or just, you know, and they don't even explain why they say no. Just no. Well,
yes, of course it's personal. Of course it's personal, but it's cultural too. You know, it's like a medium temperature or something like that. Sergey, am I right about Russian culture or not?
Yes.
Definitely
yes.
Sergey. No answer. Lynn, what about your culture? How it's going?
Our culture is similar to India's. We are not comfortable rejecting someone.
Okay. Leila?
You know, I have two wonderful neighbors. Whenever they see me coming to the house, they just call me and say, hey, make tea, we're coming. So, Ivan, you know what I have found as an excuse? I've got a Skype class.
So just know it's not for you.
Oh,
In just cases, I just saying like, no, I don't like you. Go away. That's all.
Oh, no. I can't do that.
Gerard, how it's in Spanish?
In Spain, we wouldn't say no directly. We wouldn't invent some excuses.
Yes.
But they mean no all the same.
Yeah. So nobody believed the excuse, right?
Oh,
but
no.
Russian, they don't need excuses.
Oh my goodness. What's the point to make excuse then, right? So
I believe in excuses. I used to believe in excuses before.
I do believe in excuses. That's my thing. You know, I believe that people just, you know, everything that happened, everything they describe. So that's true. So I believe. I don't know.
Okay, and you produce it as well, right?
Pardon?
Or no? And you making excuses as well, right? Or not?
Of course I make excuses, right. But actually it's easy for me. A lot of things going on here, so, well, so if I'm not busy with some work, I'm busy with my daughter, actually, you know, so a lot of stuff going on, so.
Yes, children is extremely useful in this regard.
Very useful, yes, very useful tool for that. Yeah, small children, the smaller they are, the more useful they are, right.
Okay, Gerard, please choose another question for us.
Okay, let me see. How would you cope with awkwardness when you ask a stranger about your intentions?
Oh my goodness.
Good question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know because I don't have this awkwardness.
Good. Good for you.
But it's only for strangers. So it's like what Gerard was talking about. Because I have no expectation. I have no expectation about that. I don't have awkwardness. Lee, please.
A common meme or plot in movies is someone knocks on your door at nighttime and says, "Hi, my car broke down. Can I come inside your house and make a phone call?"
Oh.
You start wondering, is this a valid request? Well, in the old days, we didn't have cell phones. So they had to come into your house to use a wired telephone. So you can't say no if they really need to use the telephone. Today, you can just say, "Here's my cell phone, stand outside and make your phone call." But in the old days, if somebody wanted to use your phone, you had to let them come inside your house. And at nighttime, you were kind of thinking, what is his intentions? Is he going to try to get inside my house and rob me? Or does he really just want to use the phone and he'll leave peacefully? That's something to worry about.
Okay. Anyone else? Leila, do you have this awkwardness and how you cope with it?
No, but I was thinking of Lee's example. A friend of mine experienced this. He gave her, she was the lady who was just knocking at the door. He gave her the mobile phone and she escaped with his mobile phone. So you cannot know the intention, you know. So this awkwardness, no, because I always prefer indirect ways, and I don't have to cope with this awkwardness because I'm too sensitive, you know that.
Lynn, can you answer on your own question?
No, I can't. That's why I asked it. I'm a shy person. I can cope with awkwardness very well.
But why? Because your expectation is very high from strangers. Or not?
No, it's just awkward to ask for help from some strangers.
Okay. But you now know a few tricks from this video. So started like I will ask you about very strange thing, but you need to, I don't know, give your car to me. Okay. We finished with this question. No, Leila?
If I ask you, please, Ivan, give me your car, what would you say?
On the street, right?
Yes.
In Russia.
Yes.
It will be considered like, attack. So
that request will be your last request.
Thanks, Diane.
Yeah, be careful.
Well, probably I will joke. I say, okay, give this one and point to someone car.
Thanks, Ivan.
Okay,
guys, I'm usually very. I understand what you're asking about, Lynn, because I feel awkward every time I ask for anything. I don't know why, but this is how I feel, and I don't know. Maybe this is a fear to lose face or whatever. But this is what I feel each and every time. I try to ask people. Well, I do ask other people, and they usually help. So, but I feel awkward every time.
I agree with you, Diane, because it's a strange feeling, but What about trying this in an indirect way? You know?
So ask your mom to ask for you?
No.
How to
You
do
can,
that?
no. You can say, Mommy, I'm really, really very tired nowadays and I must go home and cook, and just to give an impression that you're really hopeless.
Oh my
What about,
goodness,
what
not
about
my
that?
style. Well, but yeah, I understand now what you're talking about. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're speaking about strangers, you know, it's on the
Yes,
street.
yes. Mhm.
If strangers don't care about how you feel, it's hard to do that.
Sure.
Mhm.
Okay, Diana, choose another
Yeah.
question.
Okay. Okay. He mentioned the approach, just overcome it, sarcastically. What is the difference with that approach and his talk? Okay. So you think it is pretty much the same, what he did and the approach that he mentioned. Just don't take it
Yes.
personally and just overcome it.
Yes. He started from that, like everyone knows that books always told you just overcome that. And after that, he delivered a speech which the same. Just overcome it, do it, and everything will be fine. Train yourself.
Well, but this is the difference. Just do it, not just think, okay, it's not personal. It's not personal. I'll be fine. I shouldn't think about this rejection as directed to myself. He was doing, that's when you do something, you are actually able to overcome something or to train yourself to react differently at the same situation. But when you just read those pieces of advice which say don't take it personally, they do not usually work.
So the difference is in actions, right?
Action, yeah.
Okay, but I think the book also asks you to how books write how it's written in the books. Overcome sitting on your couch or how? I don't know because I never read such books.
Okay, just imagine the situation. You read the book, you see, okay, yes, that's a good idea, just to do something. It does not mean that you are going to do that. The guy actually took action, he did that. He did that for some time, for 100 times, right? So they say that the new habit is trained within 30 days. So he did it like three times. Yeah. So I think that probably his fear was conquered by the action.
What do you think about this filming? About that he is shooting everything and putting on YouTube? Is it cheating? Because we know that sometimes it's easy to do when you under the camera because you cannot step back. So for me, it's like a cheating. What do you think?
Maybe it was like the additional push for him.
But many people, I don't know, jump from the window in the when they have a camera.
Well, whatever works for them.
So we just need to find some special trick, right?
Yeah, something that will help you not to give up, before trying.
Sorry, where we finished? Leila, any last question?
Yeah, I just want to discuss Lee's question. Why do you reject things that others want to give to you or do for you?
Gerard, why?
Can you repeat the question? As I was thinking about another thing. Sorry.
How could
question is the question
Nothing
is
related to okay.
The question is, why do you reject things that others want to give to you, or do for you?
Why? I don't know, because someone can give me something that I don't really want.
Yeah.
Or I don't really need. So why I should accept it? To be kind,
Yes.
polite,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe if I accept something, I have to carry on with the consequences. You know?
Leila?
I used to accept obligations that I'd have rather avoided. But I noticed that I always ended up with a lot of responsibilities. And then I talked to myself and I said, I should learn how to politely decline a request. So the thing is that I agree with Gerard, and you know, it is something that you'd say, okay, I have to say yes because I have to do it. But now I'm not at that age, I just want to live my life now. So no.
I don't know how. Diana, please.
I think that if you you don't want to be obliged, right, to the other person. So if he gives something to you, then you are obliged to give something back, and this is like dependence. And it's not comfortable feeling, to be obliged to do something. Yeah.
You're right.
But if people already, I don't know, I don't feel obliged, maybe that's my problem.
Yes, maybe. You lack a lot of feelings, Ivan. We should do something about that, just...
If they ask, no, it's not like I asked for a favor. No, something offer me. Okay, you offer. Let's do it.
That's nice. I think it's healthy not to feel obliged, in return. I think it's good. But sometimes the problem is that the person who is giving you something, he's giving you, with thoughts to give something back from you. That's the thing. It is good not to feel obliged and say, okay, that's your problem. whatever you want to, whatever you feel, that's your problem.
Well, you talking, so I feel like I'm naive girl, naivete girl. You're teaching me. So nothing is free. Nothing is free, Ivan.
Oh my goodness, no, I hate that. Everything is free, Ivan. At least for you.
Okay, it's a good thing to know. And we have some vocabulary list from Teacher Lee, and we have a chance to ask a question if you want to. So please look on that, choose a word if something interested you, and let's ask. I had a problem with microcosm. How it's
microcosm.
Microcosm. When you look in a microscope, a microscope, you see it's like a small world. You see all these little bacteria, germs moving around. It's like a miniature world. So a microcosm is a small environment that if you back up a long way away and look at it, you could think of it as a small world all by itself. So that's what a microcosm is. It's looking at an environment from a distance away as if it was a separate little isolated world. We can kind of compare our hangout to a microcosm of a sort. Inside our little world here, we're friendly, we're polite, we're nice, but when we leave our little microcosm of this hangout, the real world is not quite so friendly. So a Russian neighborhood that works together closely can, if you back up and look at the neighborhood, you might say that's a little microcosm. It has people that live there, they work there, they shop there. Within their own little world, they get along fine. So in that microcosm, there's peace and harmony.
Okay.
Good, good.
Mm-hmm.
Another questions? Oh. Okay, it's fine because we over our time, and it's a good one, and it's a pleasant topic provided by Diana, by the way. So Diana, please, next one, if you would like, you see, everyone likes your topic.
No, it's very nice.
But I don't like being rejected.
You have a lot of tools after our class, so now you know how to deal with it, right? Do you? Do you know?
Okay.
Thank
See you next week.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. That was fun.
Bye.
Bye-bye.